When we return, join the rich and famous on board the Eastern and Oriental Express. And meet the man who is always on his feet so that his guests stay happy. Trains, planes, and automobiles. So many ways to get around. But have you ever wished you could go back to a time when the thrill of travel was the journey and not so much the destination?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board the Eastern and Oriental Express. My name is Ulf Buchert, and I'm your train manager for this journey.
You don't have to be a train spotter to know that this is no ordinary train. On any one trip, Ulf welcomes 130 guests from Europe and Japan who descend on Singapore to get a taste of train travel in the 19th century.
A train manager is something like a host for international people. It's something like you invite the entire world to your home.
On your mark.
On your mark.
Get set.
Get set.
Now ready.
Ready. Go.
Everybody round.
So it's red carpet treatment from the start, even before you get on board this dream getaway.
If it's all night long. Now we're here to dance.
Walk-a-doo.
Everyone can do.
Walk-a-doo.
It's the hipsters dance.
Walk-a-doo.
And the square cats too.
Walk-a-doo.
No express service this, yet before you know it, it's goodbye to city living. Hello, exotic East.
Good afternoon, this is Mr. Durham. Welcome on board the Eastern Oriental Express, and I hope you settled in yourself.
For the guests, the real pampering starts the minute they get on the train.
Oh, no, because remember, 1930s, better ask your grandmother if she ever saw a telephone or a TV at that time.
Getting to know everyone is Ulf's first step to giving first-class train service.
Enough attention is not too much, basically. You have to really watch out because some people can get very jealous if you spend too much time with other passengers. So you have to have that right feeling, that right mixture of being there, saying hello, and entertaining people, but not overdoing it.
And the name of the game on the train is one of relaxed refinement. But to play it, there are some house rules you have to observe.
When your good nights have been said and you are lying there, take a
Already hoping to tell your friends about your experience of a lifetime?
where I am. Take a message to Mary, but don't say I'm in a jam.
Here it is, but remember, it's like the Eastern Oriental Express. It takes time.
Or tell her that my ship set sail. You can
We don't allow actually mobile phones here on board a train, that is in a dining area and a public area. If you want to do a phone call in your compartment, yes. And to be really honest, you can't get a signal on the entire train. Oh yeah, you can see our phone system like this right here.
Yes, the train even has an astrologer on board to read your palm. And there's definitely no lack of fortune seekers on board.
You are born on a golden stick. Go. Whoever married you will become very rich. Unfortunately, I already married.
Still, if you don't want to let your future burden you, you can always indulge in a more popular pastime, shopping. By dusk, chances are you'll be fully settled in. But it's time for Ulf to make his way to the kitchen to get your dinner ready.
It's not very easy. You have to walk almost like a sailor and fast in order to balance, so follow me. Kevin, just want to check with you that Miss Pfisterer has some dietary requests for this evening.
No problem, vegetarian. All taken care of.
Great, fantastic.
We have to take into account the movement of the train, which you wouldn't have in a more normal kitchen. Everything we do, we have to have guards so it's more protective. And we just have to think more logically about the menus before we actually produce them. Little things like guardrails here, class to make sure that nothing moves out the way too fast. Here we got rails to make sure nothing slips when the train's moving. Post egg because the movement. So if you try to put an egg into a pot and it moves like this, it just completely breaks. But most other dishes we've had no problems with.
With fine dining like this, it's easy to forget you're on a train. But then again, what better way to have dinner when your train is in the heart of Kuala Lumpur?
We have selected out of a wide range of glasses because of their unique weight here right in the middle of the stand, which makes them very stable here on a moving train.
Adding to the unique ambiance on board are special performances that Ulf has lined up throughout the day.
Children, because this is not really a children's playground. We do not really cater for them. We don't have any special children fairs, and it's something where adults want to be amongst themselves.
Well, this part of the train is definitely just for adults. And Ulf's job of making sure his guests are happy is never over. Mercifully, before he calls it a day, Ulf does manage to take a little breather himself. Now this is the best part of the journey, waking up to sunrise over Kedah's Bukit Merah Lake. And you can be sure Ulf will be there too.
happy with you. If you could be happy with me,
I'd be contented to live anywhere. What would I care?
Very interesting one. There was once a couple where the gentleman had asked us to make a marriage proposal over the public address system in the nighttime, which we did. So everybody was looking at the lady and said, and she said yes at the end. The second time, it was actually right here where I'm sitting. It was a gentleman proposing to the lady, and what we did was we put a little diamond ring into the champagne glass for the lady.
happy with me.
I could be happy with you. If you could be happy with me,
I'd be contented to live anywhere. What would I care as long as you were?
We did have some delays because of flooding, especially last year in Thailand. An accident as such, we killed once a buffalo. Actually, the locomotive hit a buffalo, and then we had to stop the train, not to get out to get the meat for dinner, rather to remove the buffalo from the railway tracks.
Arriving in Butterworth, Penang the next morning, the passengers disembark for a 2-hour tour of the island. While Ulf has to get the train ready for the next leg of the journey.
We cut off the tail and cut off the head, turn them around by 180 degrees and just swap them around, which makes it actually equal because then people which have been sitting all the way in the front don't have to walk then all the way into the back as of tomorrow.
And all that within 2 hours before the train makes its way to Bangkok. Well, we get off here. But for the rest and Ulf, they'll go on to cross the famous bridge on the River Kwai.
Starlight Express.
The train is very special because people have a dream, and that's making a dream come true.
Girl, want you to take me away, but bring me back before daylight and in the time between.
Bon voyage!